Christina for another week of Married at First Sight, Season 11, Episode 9. And in this episode, what is it called? I think it's called It's Hard to Open Up. Talking about open up, talking about feelings. They are in week 4 of their marriage. So, everybody's just coming together and continuing to still get to know each other. Again, I'm Blythe.
And I'm Brandon.
All right, but before we get into the episode,
you already know what time it is, B&B family. If you haven't done so already, okay, smash that subscribe button. All right, and hit the bell so that you get post notifications so you know whenever we drop a new video. Okay, smash the like button. All right, I need some likes. I don't know if we got the 50 on the last video or not, but I need at least 50 likes on this video. Okay, that lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the content. That lets them push it out to other people who might enjoy the content. Okay, and hop down in the comments. All right, comment down below. Let us know how you feel about these couples, what's going on with them. Let us know if you agree with our feelings on the couples. Let us know if you disagree.
Right.
All right, either way, hop in the comments and let us know.
Right.
Other than that,
all right,
go ahead and get into it.
Let's get into it. All right, now let's talk about Christina and Henry.
Christina and Henry.
So Christina talked to Henry and let him know. Well, she revealed something she said she's been struggling with. Is she said she has ADD, and she said she has not been taking her medication, and that she feels like it has made her pretty irritable, and I guess she feels like it's made her hard to deal with in a relationship. And so she said she's going to start taking her medication, and just hopefully them flowing and getting along a little bit better. What you think?
Yeah, that was a big step, and that was a good thing. Again, a lot of people have mental health, situations that they're dealing with, and there's nothing wrong with it. The only thing wrong is when you're not properly addressing it. You know what I mean? If you're not going to counseling that you need, if you're not taking medications that you need to be taking, if you're not keeping your partner abreast of what you're dealing with,
whatever it may be, I don't know, therapy, medication, whatever, as many things, but whatever it may be, just healing. You
just need to be handling it responsibly and keeping your partner, in the know. And so her doing that was good. Hopefully that does help balance her out, and whatever the case may be.
I mean, Henry was very receptive.
He was receptive to it.
Mm-hmm.
He received it. He seemed like he was willing to move forward with it.
Right.
I don't think it's entirely the reason for her frustration. I think Henry does play a role in some of her frustration. I think she does have a reason to be frustrated with what Henry has given her thus far. I think Henry made some steps forward this episode, but I hope hopefully that does help. With her, how she's handling the situation, but I think some of the blame still falls on Henry for how he's, how he's been so far. But
I thought that was great. That was big of her. She wanted to admit that and put it out there. And she said she wanted to get back on her medication. Like you feel, I did not feel like that was the major problem in their relationship, because I was like, honestly, girl, you was doing good, still trying to give when you was struggling without your medication. Because to me, she was still trying to give in the relationship, still trying to, let's do some kind of interaction, let's try to get some sort of resolve. You know what I'm saying? She was still trying to give and interact, and it probably was very hard and frustrating too. But I just didn't feel like that was like the cure, I guess. Gonna make them all better. Henry, he was real receptive. I don't know, maybe he seemed to open up more. I don't know. It seemed like, I don't know. He seemed like the problem, the guy to be like, oh, you have a problem, I can help you or something maybe. Like, I don't know, like there's people in your life, like when you have problems, like they're like, oh yeah. And then when like you're good, like where are they at? Like, I don't know, because I was just like, it seemed like when she addressed the problem, I remember his friend said like, oh, he helped me so much at a hard time I was having. And it was like, it seemed like maybe he did relax a little and he was kind of like, oh yeah, well that's fine. You got the, maybe he's sympathetic because of things in his past, you know what I mean, that he's went through and overcome. I don't know. But it just seemed like, you know, he was way more willing to like open up after she like talked about that. But there's still a lot more that the relationship needs. So, you know, again, it'll probably help. You know what I mean? Next, they did the activity. She did what he liked to do, was golfing. She said he liked to do golfing, and so they went golfing. They seemed to have fun.
Yeah, she did really good.
I know, right? She said she never golfed before, and
yeah, like when we were watching it, I said, I was like, babe, she's probably not gonna, like, golf is one of those things, like, it takes normally a couple of times for you to kind of get down. Like, it's not as easy as they make it look. A lot of times it's hard just to hit the ball.
Right, that's true.
When you're first starting off. So she was making contact, so she did really good with that, which is good. That's something that maybe they could continue to do going forward. And they seemed excited about that.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing. And then what they did, the salsa dancing.
Yeah, they did some salsa dancing, and again, I think that was more so her thing. I think, and yeah, it was more so she's like, oh yeah, I like to dance. He was more like, okay. I guess in that way he was giving a little bit, because you know he's probably not comfortable with it, but they came together, right? You know,
they did.
Did a little dance, you know.
They did. I think one thing we found about Christina this episode is that she feels that she is the common denominator in why her past relationships didn't work out. Yeah. And I think, you know, some of the things that Henry has said is kind of, I guess, kind of triggering that. Like, maybe I am like impatient, maybe I am a handful and hard to deal with. So she is really wanting to make this work with Henry. So now she's saying like, oh, okay, you know, in my past relationships, we had explosive arguments. You know, I would be coming with all my stuff and then they would be yelling and arguing back. Okay. Henry doesn't yell. Henry stays calm.
Yeah, so she said he discusses things with her.
He discusses things. Maybe he'll kind of bring me down and balance me out. Yeah. And so, I can kind of see that, but what I do think it may have done, I think Henry is kind of picking up on that with her admission, you know, with the whole ADD thing and with her like really taking the blame for how things have gone so far between them. I think he kind of was like, oh, wait a minute, she really is like feeling me and trying to make this thing work, which is what Woody and the other guys have been trying to tell you, like, dude, she's digging you, like, I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but she's feeling you. Yeah. And I think he kind of picked up on that, and I think it made him relax and kind of like, you know, engage, because he was definitely engaged more and was a little bit more natural with his conversation. So that's kind of something I picked up on. Yeah. And so they took a half step forward. I still don't think I still don't think they're gonna work. But yeah,
she's definitely trying, and you know, I don't know, trying to give it a chance. Yeah, hopefully, I guess she'll just know when it's time to cut it. Because sometimes you can be just like trying just so much, and it's just like, and what for though? Like, what is really there? So I guess you just want to be careful to make sure. I guess, well, you want to make sure each partner's needs are being met, and you know, that you really are like vibing and flowing together. So. You're right. They took a few steps, and it's cool. Again, I'm not sold or anything on them, so I'm gonna have to see a few more weeks before I'm really like, before I'm really sold on them. I'm gonna have to it's gonna take a few more weeks for me, because I'm still kind of like, okay.
Yeah, look, what I said in previous episodes still stands. I don't think he's interested in females, but I think that they're moving in the direction of remaining friendly for the duration of this experiment. I think that's about the best we're going to get for them. That's just all I see with it.
All right, well, that's it for Christina and Henry. Woody and Amani. Still my favorite. Still my favorite. They, again, I mean, wow, they had like a great talk. They had a great talk about love, you know, in a real organic way. Not like, oh, let me question you 1 to 10. It was just like real organic. I loved it. And, wow, I just loved it. What was she had surprised him? She surprised him with the dinner, the meal she fixed. It was awesome.
Salmon, some pasta.
He seemed happy. He seemed excited.
For sure.
He definitely expressed his feelings for her.
Yeah, but we did find out that Amani, or at least she's not willing to admit it yet, but she says she's not in love with Woody yet.
Okay.
And Woody said he kind of worked his way around to it. She kind of had to ask questions, kind of pry it out of him. But he eventually admitted he does love her. And she said that, you know, she's not quite there yet. And it's not because of a bad thing or anything like that. It's just she's just not really kind of allowing herself.
I think she's just, you know, giving it the time that needs to be given. Like, I mean, I don't think you need to rush in and already say, oh yes, we're in love. But probably the fact of knowing that we're growing in that direction,
yeah,
I think is a good positive thing. I mean, both, I feel like they're both just being so good to each other. Like, you know, he did the nails, the manicures and pedicures. You know, she did the meal. Like, I feel like it's being reciprocated on both sides.
Yes.
And that's a good thing. And that's a good
Yes.
way to, you know, be starting out in your
For
marriage,
sure.
in your relationship. So, and even that conversation was healthy. You know what I mean? It was a healthy, good conversation about love and where we're going and how we feel. It was
Right.
good.
Yeah, it was good for her to express, you know, that is where she's at. I know Woody talked about being concerned about, you know, her bringing baggage from her old relationships and, you know, I don't want to say punishing him for it, but, you know, like he's kind of paying for the mistakes of other guys in a way. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's like it's not like a major issue or concern.
Nah.
He just expressed how he felt about it. She expressed how she felt. But like you said, it was a healthy conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a positive sign that, like, you see
Right.
all the the couples, and they gave them the prepackaged
the
questions.
Yeah.
But the couples that are connecting with one another, they kind of read the questions, saw what they're about, and they just, you know, come down and had a conversation
And
about
it
it.
wasn't
Natural,
hard
it
at
wasn't
all.
forced.
Exactly.
The couples that are
natural,
not connecting, it's just,
Yep.
how do you feel about love?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you
real,
will begin
for
to,
real.
like, you know?
And it's like, even though Amani has those, you know, apprehensions, she is handling it right, though. She's
Right.
handling it in a grown, mature woman way to still, you know, give the relationship, the marriage as a marriage, to give that marriage a chance. And that's bomb. Like, that's what's up. Like, for real.
She's not letting it affect her actions right now.
Right.
She's being honest about where she's at, but she's not letting that, because I'm, you know, holding on to what happened in past relationships, I'm not going to give,
There you go.
you know, to
There you
you
go.
and reciprocate the energy that you're giving to me.
That's right.
No, she is doing all of that. She's just letting them know, I'm struggling with that. I'm kind of holding myself back, but healthy conversation.
Exactly.
I think they are still in a really good place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Is that it?
I think that was
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, that's it for Woody and Amani.
All right. And that's all we've got for today's review, recap,
right.
reaction, whatever you want to call it.
Episode 9.
Episode 9. How many episodes are there? How many weeks? What are we? 4 weeks? 5 weeks? in?
This was the 4th week.
Fourth week?
Yeah.
So we're like almost halfway through.
Halfway, yeah. Because
So-
the last one be decision, right?
Okay. Absolutely.
Yay.
All right. Well, like I said at the beginning of the show, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. All right, we got a lot of cool stuff coming.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to be doing we're on our way to 1K. Okay, so
Yes.
that's why we say hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 1K. When we get to 1K,
Yes.
we're going to be doing a giveaway.
Yes.
All right, details to come on that. All right, and stay tuned because in a couple of days, we're going to start doing weekly power rankings for the couples. Okay, so we're going to rank them 1 through 5, and it's gonna be a party. So it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be jazzed up. It's gonna be pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. Okay, smash the like button. All right, we need at least 15 likes on this video.
Yes.
Let YouTube know that you're enjoying the content, and hop in the comments. Let us know what you think about this episode. Let us know where you think these couples are, and where you think we're gonna rank them on Sundays when we're gonna drop that. All right.
All right. That's it.
We'll see y'all then.